I've got a lot of people requesting me to make a video about relationships, as they seem to really love the information I have to offer. And so today I'm going to make a video about the perks of relationships, both long-term relationships and an alternative I recommend for relationships. So the perks in long-term relationships are that long-term relationships help you increase oxytocin, and you can even increase in prolactin for men and women when you're having children. And all these hormones help you, along with other hormones, will increase, such as progesterone and estrogen, help you become more grounded, become more established in your relationship, want to set up a family, want to be more a homebody. So if you want to be a homebody, long-term relationships for you. And the other perks of long-term relationships are setting up a family and having a tribe, having that emotional support, having someone you can work best together as work colleagues, and someone who's always there for you, and a space where no matter what goes on in the world, you've got people that love and care for you. So it's very kind of, I guess you could say, similar as a family, but long-term relationships are very beneficial for those components. So if you're looking to find someone who can be there to support you through everything and to be a homebody, then long-term relationships are for you. If you're looking to have, if you're in that earlier stages of relationships, the honeymoon phase relationship, anywhere between 6 months to a year, the perks of that part of the relationship are romance, fun, butterflies, love, great sex, and just a great experiences and small adventures that you do together. And I say small because they're definitely smaller, but still somewhat adventurous in that 6 months to a year mark in comparison to, I would say, being single. So that's because you've got different hormones functioning again, and you've got a different experience, different situation, different dynamics, and they are what everyone wants in a relationship. But unfortunately, what the difference between long-term relationships and honeymoon phase part of the relationship is that what exists in each one doesn't exist in the other one. So vice versa, what exists in long-term relationships doesn't really exist in honeymoon phase relationships, and what exists in honeymoon phase relationships doesn't really exist in the long-term part of the relationships. So long-term being 10, 20, 30 years, honeymoon phase being 6 months to 1 year. So an alternative to a stereotypical monogamous relationship, which starts with the benefits of what I mentioned in the honeymoon phase and leads to the benefits of what I mentioned in the 10, 20, 30 year mark of the relationship. The alternative that I recommend, and that I think a lot of people wanted me to make videos about, was this advice, and the advice I also have about single life. And that recommendation is to have a relationship which is in between a long-term relationship and a honeymoon phase relationship. And there's a specific way to do it, which I'll go into part 3. But basically, it's a blend of those benefits in each one, so you get the best of all of everything. And to achieve that, it's actually not that simple. There's a very specific way you have to go about it. And if it was simple, everyone would be doing it. And unfortunately, I find it, if you've ever met anyone who's been in a relationship for 10, 20, 30 years, see if you can find anyone who experiences those honeymoon phase of the relationship benefits in that long-term part of the relationship. But I would say, and most people agree, that pretty much doesn't exist at all. So I'll create that video in part 3, and if you want to see that video, if you're interested, please subscribe and like the video and leave a comment, and I'll see you in part 3.